Let me introduce myself. I'm Rebecca. This is Yoga for Cancer. Thank you for being here. I'm sure most of you know that we are supported by the cancer support community, and with gratitude to them for continuing to support this class and all of the programs that they offer. So, as I started to say, we are riding the wave of this period, this virus, this moment in history. And I myself have felt some highs, some peaks, and some real lows. And I'm healthy and privileged. And so we can imagine that folks who are not well or not comfortable right now, what they're experiencing. But we have to believe that even when we hit one of the troughs, that there's going to be another moment of joy and of comfort and hope. I've been doing a meditation every morning with a group of people, and the leader today said something about no one comes to an empty well for water. And so we have an obligation, any one of us who is offering and who isn't, right? We're all taking care of someone or doing our work or even taking care of ourselves. We must fill our own wells, tend to our own wells so that we can be of service. Okay, so take a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, allow your knees to drop down. Maybe you're sitting up on the edge of a cushion or on a rolled up blanket, a folded up blanket, or maybe you're sitting on your couch or sofa or corner of your bed, I don't know, wherever you're sitting. Find comfort. Allow your eyes to close or take a soft gaze and begin to arrive, allowing yourself to be fully, pardon me, to be fully present in this moment of time with your body and breath. Taking time to leave behind the events of your morning, anything that comes later today, and allowing yourself to tune in to sensation, noticing the textures around you, the squishiness or firmness of whatever you're sitting on, the texture of the floor beneath your feet, the weight of your hands in your lap. Noticing any sounds that you hear close by or further away. And noticing light filtering through your eyelids. And then begin to turn your attention more deeply inward to your own breath. Noticing maybe for the first time today, the breath. The body breathes without any input from us, but we can also change the breath. And by changing it, change our physical and our emotional and mental state. And so we practice working with the breath. So just notice where you feel it. Where do you feel your inhales? Is it at the tip of your nose or the back of your throat? Or maybe in your chest or belly? Just noticing the breath. Allow your shoulders to be soft, releasing your jaw and neck. Sitting up tall, reaching through the crown of the head, but allowing everything else to be relaxed. Each inhale helps you to sit taller in your seat. Each exhale helps you to feel more grounded, more connected to the earth. I heard someone use a metaphor of a flower pot, that your seat is the pot, heavy and rich with soil. And your spine is the stem of the flower as you sit up tall. Your crown, your face Is the flower reaching for the sunlight? So stay with your breath. And then on your next exhale, part your lips just a hair and allow the breath to come out through your parted lips. Inhaling through the nose and then exhaling from between parted lips. It's not quite a blow. The breath just sort of floats out from between your lips. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through parted lips. Begin to imagine that there is a golden ribbon attached to your bottom lip. And as you exhale, the ribbon flows out, extending longer and longer. As you inhale, it flutters. As you exhale, it extends longer and longer towards the horizon. How long can you extend this ribbon? How long can you make your exhale? And then release the image of the golden ribbon breath. Allow your mouth to close and continue breathing through your nose. Coming back to your natural breath, noticing any change, any difference. And then eyes can stay closed or open through the rest of our class, but we'll continue together with sun breath, turning your palms up. Inhale and allow your arms to float up. Exhale and release the arms down. Inhale, arms float up, move with your breath speed. Exhale, release the arms down. And continue moving with your breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. And this or the next time that arms come up, lower your right hand and come up and over with the left. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, open through the side ribs. Begin to rotate your wrist. You can't see me in the picture, but imagine your upper wrist, the hand that's above you, is rotating in a circle. And go the other way. Really move through the whole hand. Allow the fingers to move. And then exhale and release the arm down in front of you. Inhale and let it come back up. Exhaling down and inhaling up. And continue for 1 or 2 more breaths. And then we'll reverse direction on an inhale, open, and exhale, release arm down. Inhale, open, and exhale down. And the next time that you're inhaling, allow the inhale to take you all the way back up to center. And we'll continue together. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale down. Inhale, floating up on the breath, and exhale down. One more inhale up, and then release the left hand down. Open up the side body on the right. Begin to circle right wrist. Moving through the fingers. And move in the other direction. And then on an exhale, release the arm down in front of you and inhale, allow it to float back up. Nice big circles with your inhales and exhales. And this or the next time that you're inhaling, open up above and then exhale the arm down. Another big inhale up and exhale down. And this or the next time that you're inhaling, float up on the inhale and allow the arms to come down. We'll inhale up together And then as you lower your hands, bring your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale and sit up nice and tall, and then exhale and turn your head to twist. Inhale, coming up through center, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale, twist a little further. Inhale through center, and once more to each side, staying for one or more breaths, moving with your breath speed. When you're ready, coming through center and to the other side, the inhale creates space. The exhale takes you into a gentle twist. And inhale, coming through center, and exhale and release, hands down. We're going to move to tabletop position, hands and knees. So make sure that you have some padding underneath your knees, and you'll be either on your hands if that's comfortable for you, or you can be on fists with your knuckles facing forward like this, or even come down onto your forearms on the floor or on a pillow or blocks if you have yoga blocks. And find your tabletop position, hands and knees. Knees should be hip distance apart, and hands or elbows, whatever's on the ground, should be shoulder distance apart. Find a long spine, inhaling here and exhale in place. And then we'll move into cat and cow. As you inhale, raise your crown and tailbone towards the ceiling. Let your belly release down. Exhale, tuck your tail, draw the belly in and up, and release your head. Inhale, the tail moves first, coming up, belly softens, crown of head lifts. Exhale, tail first, and so on. Stay with your cat-cow for several more breaths, moving with your breath speed. Let it be a moving meditation, feeling each part of your spine as you roll through. One or two more times, and then we'll continue together. So coming to stillness in your tabletop, let's extend your right leg behind you, toes curled under and down on the mat. Begin to rock a little bit forward and back, rolling through your foot. And then come to stillness and raise your leg just to hip height, pressing out through your heel, drawing in and up through your belly to support you. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you add a reach with the opposite arm. Maybe you hold here, or exhale and draw knee and elbow towards each other. Inhale, reach. Exhale in, and inhale, reach. Last one, exhale in. Inhale, reach. Bring your hand down, but leave your leg up if you can. Bend your knee so your foot is pointing up, not pointing, but the sole of your foot is reaching towards the ceiling. And we're going to do a couple of lifts. So lift up and down, lift up and down, lift up. Last one, and release the knee down. Find a little bit of cat-cow here. Good. And now extend, same leg again, right leg. Allow the leg to come down, the toes to come down to the mat. We're going to pivot on the foot and pivot the other leg behind you so that you roll open to your right side. We're coming into a side plank. So my bottom leg, I've turned my foot behind me as a little kickstand. My extended leg is down on the ground, and I'm reaching up through my top arm. Stay here, or try reaching overhead. Long stretch. Maybe You stay here, or the top leg floats up. Make sure your breath is still flowing, and release down. Come back to your tabletop and press back into child's pose. Knees wide apart, toes together, hips to your heels. Allow your head to come down to the mat. Maybe you stack your fists or your hands to rest your head, or maybe you have a block or a pillow. Ride the wave of your breath here, feeling the expansion of the inhale and the release of the exhale, like the wave cresting and then pulling back. Big breaths into your back body. Big exhales, releasing completely. 2 or 3 more breaths like that. And then we'll continue together. Find your way back up to your tabletop. Hands and knees or fists or forearms. And take a moment to find your cat-cow. Inhale and open the front body by lifting the tail and crown of the head, softening the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in, release the head. Inhale, the tail lifts first, belly comes down, crown of head up. Exhale, tail tucks first. Find that Halloween cat, release your head, and 1 or 2 more, moving with your own breath speed. And then make your way to stillness, extending your left leg behind you, toes down first. Begin to rock forward and back, rolling through your foot and ankle. This is a good thing to do at night before you go to bed. Try to avert some leg cramps in the night. Come to stillness and stay here, or inhale, raising the left leg just to hip height. Pressing out through your heel. Yes, you've got it. Beautiful. Stay there, or try adding the reach with the opposite arm. It's a balance pose for sure. Stay, big inhale, or exhale and draw knee and elbow towards each other. Inhale, reach away. Exhale in. Inhale out, exhale in, and last time, reach leg out. Bring your hand down, keep your leg extended, bend your knee. The sole of your foot is towards the ceiling. Press up, 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 and then extend the leg out. Let it come down to the mat. Now we're gonna do the funky pivoting. So pivot on your foot, let the heel come down so you're on your foot. Let your bottom leg pivot behind you as a kickstand, and then inhale and open up. Yeah, open up. I guess up this way, right? Big stretch. Maybe you stay here or bring the arm overhead. Maybe you lift the leg. 3 breaths. And release down, find your tabletop, and press back to child's pose. Rest, a little bit of rest here. Several breaths opening through the back body. Each exhale, you release and let go. Each inhale, feel the expansion in the back ribs behind your heart. Exhale and soften. 1 or 2 more. And when you're ready, inhale, coming back up. We're going to come back through hands and knees, but we're going to be working with our knee down lunge. So if you have yoga blocks, have them stacked. If not, maybe you have a cushion you could bring your hands to, or on the side of a chair or a low table, something sturdy though. So hands on your blocks. Let's step the right foot forward in between the blocks, and then let your hips slide forward. Make sure in this position that your knee, I'll move the block so you can kind of see, the knee is over the ankle. So you're not coming past your toes. And then begin to rock gently forward and back. Finding some opening in the front of the left hip and the back of the right leg. And the next time that you're coming forward, stay here, maybe bringing right hand to right knee, left hand, and then maybe one or both arms come up. Inhale and open up through your heart. Make sure the breath is flowing. If it's comfortable, maybe you can grasp hands and come into a side bend. So you're moving toward the side of the bent knee. Big stretch in the side body. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, lower hands to blocks. Curl your back toes under. We're going to press back into a lunge. So your back knee can be straight or a little bit bent, whatever feels good. Your front knee is bent over your ankle. So coming into a long lunge. Feel a long stretch from the crown of your head through your left heel. Long stretch, one more breath. And then exhale, lower the knee, draw the other foot back, and we'll switch sides. So stepping forward with the left knee, the left foot, press your hips forward and make sure, again, that your knee is right over your ankle. Begin to rock forward and back. Coaxing some opening in the joints, behind the leg. And the next time that you're coming forward, pause here. Maybe this is where you stay, or you come on up. Maybe one or both arms come up. Opening the heart. Imagine that you can shine a light from your heart up towards the ceiling. Don't let your head drop. Keep it lifted, reaching through the crown of the head. Stay here or interlace your fingers and side bend over the bent knee. Stay for a breath. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hands to blocks. Curl back toes under and press back into the high lunge. So my front knee is bent right over my ankle. I'm on the ball of my back foot. My heel is lifted. My leg is extended, but it doesn't have to be straight. You can have a soft bend or even a bigger bend, whatever feels better. Long reach, long spine, crown of the head to the back heel, holding. And then slowly lower the knee and draw the other foot back. Take a moment to breathe. And we will move on. So coming back to the first side, we're going to step the right foot forward, curl left toes under, back toes under, and come into your high lunge. And then carefully walk your back foot forward and come into a chair pose. So you see how my back is long. My knees are very bent. I'm reaching from my tailbone to the crown of the head, long spine. Bring your hands to your knees and walk up to come all the way up to standing. So come to stand on your mat or your floor. Take your time making this transition. And find your mountain pose, Tadasana. My feet are just about hip distance apart and underneath my body. Maybe I'll bring my hands to the top of my hips and slowly rock from side to side. Rock from front to back, just a little bit, lifting toes and placing them back down. And then come to stillness in a place where you feel balanced on both of your feet. Release your arms down, reaching through enthusiastic fingers. Inhale and reach up through the crown of the head. Take 3 breaths here. Make sure that you're not locked in place. This is not, it is a pose. We are in a pose, mountain pose, but it should be relatively relaxed. Let your knees be slightly bent. Let your belly be drawing in to support you, reaching up through the crown of the head. One more breath. Let's take a breath together. Inhale up and exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to step out wide on our mat and turn right toes towards the side view. I know it's hard to see my feet. I'm going to back up as far as I can. And then your left foot, you're pressing your heel away. Your toes come in just a little bit, or they could be parallel to the edge of your mat, but you want them to be turned in just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to step forward now. And in this position, you'll bend your right knee so that it's right over your ankle. And then turn and look towards me. So the work here is to keep your knee over your ankle and tracking over your middle 2 toes, and then open up this way. When you're ready, inhale, arms just to shoulder height, reaching out through your fingertips. Keep that front knee bent. Press down through your feet and imagine you could draw your feet towards each other. Ooh, nice lift. All the way up the inner legs to the pelvic floor. And then turn your head and look out over your right fingertips. This is warrior 2, very strong posture. So take a breath or 2 here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to do a couple of moves at once. You're going to lift your arms overhead, straighten your leg in front, and then turn again to face forward, like towards me. Inhale here, and then exhale and drop back into your warrior 2. Turn your head, bend your front knee, reach your arms at shoulder height. Inhale, straighten the leg, raise the arms and look forward. Exhale, come back into warrior 2. We'll stay this time and come into peaceful warrior. So turn right palm to face the ceiling. Bring your left arm down, right arm up. Think about reaching up more than back. Inhale back through warrior 2. Exhale, bend your right arm, bring your forearm to your thigh, and allow the left arm to come over. This is extended side angle. Inhale back to your warrior 2. Exhale in place. Inhale, straighten your legs, raise your arms up. Exhale, lower left arm, come up with the right arm, reverse triangle. Inhale back to your warrior 2. Release your arms down and turn your feet to face forward. Whew, that was a big, long vinyasa. A vinyasa is just a string of poses that you move through with your breath. So that was a warrior 2 vinyasa. So take a moment here to breathe. And when you're ready, we'll move on to the other side. So turning left toes to point away. Right toes turn in or press the heel away. So when you're in this position, you should have a line from your front heel to your back heel or to your back arch. Inhale, bend into that front knee, again, right over your ankle, your heel, and then raise the arms to shoulder height. Keep opening the body in this direction, but turn your head to look out over your fingertips. Keep pressing down and drawing your heels towards each other. Lots of strength here. Strong bones, strong body. One more breath here. Inhale in place. Exhale here, and then inhale, raise arms up, straighten the front leg, and turn to look towards me. Inhale here, exhale, and release back to warrior two. Inhale up, straighten the leg, turn the head, arms come up. They can come out, that's wherever is comfortable for you. And exhale back to warrior two. We'll stay here. Turn front arm over so the palm is up. Inhale, right arm down, left arm up. Look up towards your hand or look straight ahead. Inhale, back through warrior two. Your knee stays bent through all of this. Exhale, bend your elbow, bring your forearm to your thigh, extended side angle. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale in place. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg, look forward. Exhale, lower the right arm, left arm comes up and back. Inhale, back to warrior two. Turn your toes forward, release your arms down, and carefully walk your feet back in. Walk in place. How are we doing? Great. Excellent. Nice work. Take a moment to let your breath become slow and steady, and then we're going to work on a balance pose. We're going to work with our tree pose. So take a moment to find your mountain pose again, Tadasana. Your feet are underneath your hips. Your hips and shoulders are stacked. Your head is reaching up through the center. Beautiful. Take a moment to look across from you and spy something that isn't moving. Maybe it's, I'm looking at a bookcase. Maybe it's a book. Maybe you're looking down towards the floor or maybe up a little bit, but find something to rest your eyes on. This is your drishti or focal point. Allow your eyes to rest on that spot. Feel your feet grounded into the earth. Mountain pose is a strong standing posture. No matter how the wind blows, the mountain does not yield. I think I said that last week, but it's still true. From here, we'll move towards our tree pose by rooting down through your left foot. Now stay with me. I know the temptation is to just pop right up into tree, but try to go slowly and build it with me together. So feel that rooting down through that left leg. Now I'm going to lift my right heel, my knee is bent. I'm going to turn out and I'm going to bring this foot close to this foot. Now, right now, my heel is at the other ankle. Notice how I'm not popping over to one side. My hips are still facing forward. So you can stay here. Or maybe you bring your hands to your hips and then you bring the sole of your right foot to your calf or up to your thigh. But don't press into your knee. So above or below the knee. Or keep it down in the kickstand position. All are perfectly fine. So find your steadiness here, eyes on your drishti, and begin to feel the imagining that you're drawing energy up from your root system. The energy is rising to heart center. Make sure breath is flowing too. So much energy is drawing up from your roots that you grow branches. Yes, can we be stable in the lower body and have a little flexibility in the upper body? Keep your eyes on your drishti. And exhale, hands through heart center and bring 2 feet down. Take a moment here of stillness. Allow your eyes to close. Allow your breath to be slow and steady. And now if you're using a wall or something low for support, you may have to turn in the other direction, whatever works for you. Make sure you've got the support you need. But let's try to start from here. Maybe hands at heart center, or maybe one hand is at heart center and the other is touching the wall or a stable object. Rooting down through both feet, begin to press down through the right foot. Really feel the strength of that leg all the way up into your hip. Then begin to lift the left leg and find your foot position on this side. Are you going to do the kickstand at your calf, up to your thigh, or just avoid your knee? Keep pressing one foot into the inside of the other leg, just feeling that connection. Yes. Draw energy up through your roots all the way to heart center. And then maybe energy rises up. I changed my drishti. I'm looking up now, a little bit higher up. Sometimes it's beautiful to do this practice where you can see real trees. I have trees outside of my window, so I can look up at the crown of the tree. Stay with your breath for 3, 2, 1, and then hands through heart center, 2 feet down. Take a moment to pause, find your breath. Find your stability on 2 feet. Take a moment of gratitude for the strength of your body to make it through this practice. Release the arms down and shake them out. Shake out your legs and make your way down to your mat. We'll come to a seated position with hands behind you and knees bent. Back up as much as I can. So I just have my feet on the floor. They're a little wider than hip distance apart. My hands are behind me for support. I'm going to inhale and straighten one leg and exhale, replace it. Inhale, straighten the other leg and exhale, replace it. And again, one side and the other. Feel the engagement of your low belly. One more time each side. Good. And then walk your feet out to the edges of your mat or wider than your hips and let your knees drop from side to side. Yes, beautiful practice. Maybe you release an arm and twist around towards the directions that your knees are going. And then to the other side. And last time, coming back through center, bring soles of feet together, knees apart. Now, my feet are not right up against my body. I have a nice diamond shape with my legs, so my feet are a little further out in front. If you feel like you're really rolling back onto your tailbone, then sit up on the edge of something, maybe the edge of a cushion or a rolled up blanket, something to lift your hips up a little bit so you can sit up nice and tall, feeling your sits bones, those 2 bony prominences at the bottom of your pelvis. They're tucking in to the ground so that you can sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands to your knees or shins or ankles, wherever they reach comfortably. Inhale and sit up nice and tall. Exhale and let your knees soften, your hips soften. Inhale to grow tall, reach up through the crown of the head. And exhale, soften through the hips, the knees drop an inch. One more breath like that. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, soften. You can walk your feet out even a little bit further so you have a really long diamond shape. And we're going to just circle the torso. Your hands can be on your knees. And just take your time moving through this circle, releasing through your hips, your low back and belly. And find a place to change direction. If circling makes you dizzy, don't do it. Stay still. And coming back through center. One more time, sit up nice and tall. Maybe walk your hands a little further forward towards your shins or ankles. One more reach, long spine. And exhale and release and let go. We're going to make our way down onto our backs. So come on down. Take your time. You can roll to one side, bring your elbow down, and then roll on to your back. Take your time. We're not quite done with asana, and then we'll move into some relaxation in just a couple of minutes. So here, I'd like your knees to be bent and your feet flat on the mat or the floor. And if possible, have nothing underneath your head. If you need something, make it very, very flat because we don't want to stretch out the back of our neck doing the next sequence. So take a moment here to feel your points of connection with the earth, your feet, your hips, your shoulders, your hands and elbows maybe, and the back of your head. Feel the comforting sensation of gravity holding you to the earth. With your arms at your sides, palms down, going to work with a little bit of bridge pose. So inhale in place and exhale, press your low back into the mat. Inhale and release the press. And exhale and press the low back down again, just some pelvic tilts to start. And the next time that you're inhaling, press into your feet and lift your hips an inch or more off the mat. Press down through your hands for a little more support from the upper body. Exhale and release your hips down. Inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips, press down through your hands. Yes. Stay for a breath. Hold it here. And your next exhale, lower hips all the way down. You can stay like this or try bending your elbows. So your elbows will be pressing in to the mat. So your arms are right at your sides. Yep. Keep them in tight to your rib cage. Next inhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips, press down through your elbows. Feel your chest opening, your heart opening towards the ceiling. Hold for a breath. And exhale, roll back down and rest for a moment. So you can do this way again or come back to having hands flat. We'll do a couple more. Next inhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips up, maybe even higher. Hold for a breath. Keep pressing down through your elbows to help open your heart. When you're ready, exhale and lower hips. We'll do one more. When you're ready, inhale, press into your feet, hips come up, press into your elbows, backs of your arms, feel the backs of your shoulders pressing down. Feel your heart lift. Stay for a breath or two, and when you are ready, exhale and release down. Let your hands come to your low belly. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop open. We won't stay for too long. If this is uncomfortable in your hips, then modify, don't go as far. Or if you have blocks or pillows handy, you could put one under each knee for support. Stay for a breath or two. And then using your hands, lift your knees back up to center. And we're going to do one more sequence. So from here, lift your knees up so that they're over your hips. Yeah, so your feet are off the floor, your legs are parallel with the floor or the ceiling. Yes, exactly. Your hands can be on your knees. Now we're going to roll to the right side. So roll onto your right side. If you need something under your head now, we're going to be rolling from side to side, then you can grab a flat pillow or a little rolled up blanket and place it there now. And we're going to open like a book. So you roll to your right side. So your left hand is on your left knee. You're going to open your knee like you're opening a book. Your shoulder's going to open too, and then you'll find yourself on your back. Keep the knee, let it keep dropping to the other side, and then the right knee will follow as the book closes. So maybe I should get down and see if I can show you what this looks like. I don't know if you'll be able to see me, but we'll try it. So here I am. I'm going to open one side, begin to roll to that side. Both knees close. Then one knee initiates. I wind up on my back, that knee comes down, and then the other knee closes. So we're opening to our backs and closing to each side. Take a few turns rolling from side to side, opening and closing your book. And when you're ready, come onto your back, holding onto your knees, maybe rocking from side to side. Maybe you circle your knees, hands, one hand on each knee. Maybe you circle in opposite directions. And then the other way. Or maybe you circle both knees in the same direction. Yes, good. And then bring your feet down to the mat. Extend your arms out at shoulder height or bring them into cactus arms on the floor. Inhale in place and exhale, let your knees drop to the right. Turn your head and look to the left. Inhale back through center. So your feet stay down. It's just your knees that are moving from side to side. Your head is turning the opposite way. Inhale back to center. You can do that again, or if it would feel good to you, lift your legs back up. We had them with the book. Excuse me. Inhale in place and exhale, slowly lower your knees to the right. Keep your left arm, shoulder down. Maybe turn your head to the left. Inhale. Now it requires some strength in the abdomen to lift back up to center. And then exhale to the other side. So take your time working with your twist, either with feet down on the mat or with knees up. If it feels good to stay on one side for a few breaths, then do. Otherwise, keep moving side to side. And when you are done, just draw your knees into your chest and slowly release your legs down to the mat. And prepare your seat, your body for your rest pose, coming into Shavasana, sunset pose. Here you can have something underneath your knees, or you could bring your knees up onto the couch if that feels good. You can have a little pillow under your head, a blanket over you. Maybe you have an eye pillow to place over your eyes. What can you do to find true comfort and deep rest here? Take your time to set up your Shavasana. This is a pose. This is a very important pose, a way to integrate all of the work, all of the effort, and all of the movement of breath that we just did through our bodies. So take a moment here and begin to relax, releasing your feet and ankles, letting your feet be heavy. letting them flop open so there's no constriction. Your whole leg, each one is heavy to the ground. If it's better for you to have knees bent, that's fine. You can walk your feet out wide and let your knees drop in towards center. Feel the weight of your hips, the comfort of gravity holding you to the earth. Feel the cradle of Mother Earth supporting you here. Let your belly be soft, unrestricted. Allow your shoulders to melt down towards the mat and opening across your chest, softening in each shoulder and in both. Allow your arms to be heavy. Maybe palms are open and arms are at your sides or out wider. What feels comfortable? Feel the weight of the head. Let the back of the head nestle into your supports, into the cradle. Relax your neck and jaw. Allow your teeth to be parted. Tongue is heavy in the mouth. Eyes are heavy in the sockets. Relax that little worry spot between your eyebrows. Let your forehead be soft and wide. Feel a sense of expansion through the crown of your head. Release, relax, and just let go. I am thankful for this beautiful light which illuminates my soul. I am thankful for the spirit which makes up my very being. There is light within me. Do not forget to treat that with respect. I am thankful for being connected to my history, my community, and my home. I am a grounded being. I am thankful for all my freedom and my duty to social action. I am thankful for awareness and the beauty of the material world. I am thankful for a beautiful, functional body and the ability to express myself. I am thankful for inner calm. Identify what is giving you tension. Breathe deep to let it go. I am thankful for hope that I carry in my heart. I will rise from within. I am thankful for my connection to the physical world and my connection to the powerful unknown. I am thankful for privilege. In this life, I have the tools to accomplish anything. I am thankful for the ability to be intentional. I am thankful for history which lives inside me and for my capacity to learn from it. I am thankful for feeling the presence of energy. Bring energy, be energy. I am thankful for this time to be more aware, mindful, and happy. Begin, begin to deepen your breath, bringing small movements into fingers and toes. When you feel ready, roll to one side and pause. And then press into your hands to make your way back up to sitting, allowing your attention to stay deeply inward for just another moment or two. We'll seal our practice with 3 chants of Om, 1 for light, 1 for energy, and 1 for the community we create when we practice together. If you'd like to join, bringing hands to heart center, we'll inhale together. Om Shanti, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me